Okay, we are a go. We are live. Welcome, everybody. Why don't we get started right away? So I am here again in Mission Control, just going over my active contracts. And the one I am eyeing right here is build a new orbital station around Minmus. It's, for the most part, a normal orbital station. It has to have communications, docking port, generate its own antenna, support at least 5 Kerbals. And this is one of my most hated ones that they add on here sometimes. 4,000 units of liquid fuel has to go in, be on the station. 4,000 units of liquid fuel is a huge amount of liquid fuel, and it significantly ups the difficulty of this to do that. I'll probably do it in 2 stages: to build the station, send that out towards Minmus, and then build some sort of big fuel thing and send that out there as well. And I'm also looking at, while we're at it, I got an Explore Minmus contract. It's just to do a flyby and return. I don't technically want to do a flyby, but I got a feeling that if I just get the orbit and then just send something back that returns, I got a lame idea for that just to satisfy this contract. But why don't we get started with building ourselves a station? So I'm going to start with, I'm hoping this will save us some time, because I already have here Kerbin Station somewhere. Where's Kerbin Station? There's Kerbin Station. There's my existing Kerbin Station with a little bit of fuel and a docking hub, and this is the core of the station here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck that part away, because this piece of it meets the power, communication, and that stuff, not the fuel part of it. Oh, I know I left the docking port. So I'm going to rename this now Minmus Station. But I'm going to do some modifications to it, because I've unlocked some new things since opening up Kerbin Station, so I thought I'd best, let's actually change the root part to that. So to take advantage of some of the new parts that I have here, I have, for instance, the cupula module, is it cupula, whatever. Cupula module, that holds 1 Kerbal, so that can still hold 5 Kerbals, but clearly looks a heck of a lot better. I also have, I'm pretty sure, do I not? I do have deployable solar panels. So I think I'll use the difference between these ones here, just to show people, these ones and these ones, when you extend them, they're exactly the same. They have the exact same properties, and in fact, as does, nope, not that one. This is the other one. These ones. These all have the exact same properties, but the ones that are in the little box here can be retracted while you're playing. And these guys, although you can retract them in the VAB, you cannot retract them once you're playing. So once you extend them, they're extended forever. I'm gonna, for versatility's sake, just use these ones. Put 2 of them on here. Actually, what might work well? How does this open up here? Why don't I stick them down here? That might look a little better. Stick them down there, and then when they extend, there, and then I'm gonna take this whole piece here, and we'll rotate it, and and then we'll take these these lights. Everything's getting moved around. And we'll put them there. That's alright. And I rotated it just so that the solar panels aren't, you know, here where the hatches are. I didn't want Kerbals coming out and having solar panels right underneath them, because if you play anything like me, your Kerbals every once in a while decide they're going to whack a solar panel while on EVA, and I'd rather not do that. Okay, so that's okay. Let's retract these. I have not made a video about making a shuttlecraft. No, not yet. It's on the list of, well, one day I'll do that. I mean, I've done it. I have Let's Plays where I've built shuttlecrafts. You can dig them up if you like. But I do not have an actual dedicated video on how to build a shuttle. One day. Okay, just putting some communitrons down here. Well, that's not going to work too well. Actually, where I think I shall put them is like that. And then we'll use just tucking things. I love tucking things into these service bays here. Oh, it's really got to come out this way if it's going to. That works for me. One the other way. Retract them again. I think I got to move them backwards just a little bit so the doors can close. Okay, so there. Anything else we need? Batteries. Let's get the batteries off of here. That thing on the top is not going to stay there. It is there just so that... Does it matter that the battery... Yeah, let's turn the batteries. No, we'll keep the batteries upside down. Get the little lights. There. Oh, I can move these just... There we go. They weren't quite centered. And again, I always want to make sure these doors will close without... There we go. What else? There's some lights up there. We definitely want these lights. This little docking hole bit, that now can get thrown away. Can just come right on top of there. And finally... Oh no, that looks silly. Oh no, we're not going to put a docking port on here at all. Yes. Yes, so this will only have a docking port on one end. Oh, I know what I will do. I know what I'll do. I know what I shall do. I know what I shall do. So we won't... Yeah, we'll put these lights here. Let's turn them on. Rotate them in just a little bit. I have probably mentioned that one of the things I would love for the stock game to have is more of a selection of lights. Lighting up your crafts are always fun. Oh, here I just... Oh, maybe come this way a bit. That looks better. Okay. Find a way to get around that. Yeah, I don't want to put a dot... You can attach things to the top of this, but I don't want to. What I might just do... Let's change the root part back to that, and let's flip you right upside down. Take that. Get a structural fuselage. I do not have the larger docking ports yet. That I do not have. I only have the juniors. So something to work on. Okay, and I've done this once before. Actually, what I can do... Let's save this. Let's do a real... And this is all in the effort of saving time. Let's save this. If I look at my sub-assemblies, do I have that docking hub, fuel module? Might be part of that. I think this is, but... Oh, I think this will work. I think if I pull that, it's not going to attach on the other end. No. So, just got to do some cheating here for just a little bit. This saves me rebuilding this whole thing. I got to get a node on this end. So I'm just going to use a structural part to do that. Change, I think, I'm hoping this will work. The root part to this. Take that out. Sure if that worked. I think that worked. Bring this back. You always have to get into Kerbal logic. Oh, that's not what I want. Where's my rest? Oh, my station, of course. Okay. Where's the rest of my... Did I throw the station away? Did I do something really dumb? Oh no, it's attached to it. Oh my god, throw all this away. I am not sure I'm making any sense. This is all in an effort to save time, and I'm not convinced I'm saving time anymore. Let's change the root part. Oh, my mouse is being funny. There. Oh, I'm not making this work. Okay. Oh, come on, there has to be a way to attach this the way you know what? Here, just throw this out. Take this. There, I'm happy with that. Hold the Alt key so that will snap. Don't you want to snap there? Why don't you want to snap there? Okay, we'll rebuild you all again. There, and a docking port. I'm not sure if that saved me time at all. There, and there. Okay. You know what? We'll live with it. It's all right. So I just wanted the extra docking ports because nothing will go on to this. So yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Okay. Next, we need to build ourselves a little tug to push this thing there. Yeah, the roots. It's always confusing. It can't be just me that finds all that stuff confusing. I'm hoping it's not just me. Does this thing have reaction wheels in it? Yes, it does. Okay, so I don't think I need additional reaction wheels. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick another probe body hex onto here. And we're going to put a... I got a budget of about 1,200 meters per second. I doubt this is going to be enough in order to put it into... My goal is to put this into a 50 kilometers circular polar orbit. That is nowhere near enough fuel. So we'll keep the Terrier. What about one of these flatter Roxomaxes here? That's more in the ballpark of what I'm looking for. I mean, we're already into the 2.5 meter parts anyway. It'll have solar already on it itself. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, so that looks like terrible. So put this on here as a bit of a transition. I'm going to put some antennas on here because I want to take this guy, I want to deorbit it when this is all done, and a few batteries. All right. So, and then struts to hold this all together because this thing's going to have to... Do I have a strut there? I think I do. No, I don't. Strut. That should do. Okay. And I don't like the way that looks either, so one more structural part down here on the bottom. There. That looks okay. Okay, so, oh, the lights can come off too. Are the lights on? No, the lights aren't on. Why does this thing look lit up? Is it me? These ones are on. There we go. Okay. We do not need... This should work. So, what I think I shall do is, do I have 2.5 meter fairings? I only have the 1.75 meter. Okay, we'll have to figure this out. Okay, so let's, I don't have the 2.5 meter fairings yet. Bring the fuel down a little bit. There we go. That'll be plenty of fuel. Alright, I'm good with that. Just gotta build a booster to get it there, because I'm pretty sure on the mass front this thing... 10 tons? Can I lift 10 tons? I probably can lift 10 tons. Let's get into my boosters. Oops. 10 tons, 10 tons, 10 tons. There's a 20 ton. Here's a 9.5 ton one. It might be a bit skimpy, but I can always just put on some more boosters. I'm just turning that thrust on so it's only adding up to 2 stages. 36, 25. Yeah, it's a little bit. I'll just boost this up a bit. This should be doable. Oops. That should be good. That should be good. That should be, yeah. Just want to make sure. Okay, let's, I'm going to take this fairing. I think those Separatrons it doesn't like. There. There. We'll close the fairing and we'll turn off the staging. There. And now what I need to do is see if I can... I'm going to try and do this from the top. Well, the game's still teaching me Darkrai, so I never stop learning in this game. Let's try the small fairing. Let me do this. Get around here. Oh, needs to be a little wider at this end. Well, you're not going to let me go. That's as wide as she goes. Okay, so let's back off a bit. I think we're going to have to do this in a couple of parts. It's too narrow to fit around those lights. Okay, one thing at a time. Put a nose cone on the top. Take this docking port and enable its staging. And then what we're going to do is going to put a Sepratron onto here so that that will fire off. And I'm going to really have to look at this staging. Things are getting complicated. Oh, you know what I should do? What I should do. Make this the root part. And enable those interstage nodes. Turn off the truck structure. And then I can attach that there. Oops. And now that can get slid inside. So the idea just with this Sepratron is that it, just got to get it sort of in the middle. It's not exactly in the middle. It's not like it's a big deal. Oh, it's way off to this side. Because, I mean, it'll just fire off to the side, which is just as fine. This is just our method for getting rid of this nose cone. That's all this is about. And we'll keep the thrust way up, but turn the fuel almost to nothing because it won't need it. There. Yeah, I do want to fix this fairing just a little bit. Edit the fairing. I'm going to put place cross section and then close fairing. Come on, why won't you close the fairing? Oh, I saw it for a second. There we go. This staging is a disaster. So where is this docking port here? Let's make a whole stage here. So there. That Sepratron is that one way at the top, I'm assuming. I can't. Oh no, there's Sepratron. There it is. That. And this fairing all need to go at the same time. That's the... Okay, we'll deal with one thing at a time. I still got to close off this bit. Oh, I don't have a 2.5 meter fairing. That's how this whole got started. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's try editing this. Maybe we can make this work. Doesn't help that these boosters are so freaking tight here. Oh, this will go wider. Okay, wait. We can get around these lights. I don't know. Yeah, we're probably going to have to add... We're going to definitely still add more to this ascent stage because I think this is still a little underdone. Alright, so let's check the staging as it stands right now. So all the engines come on at the beginning. Those guys fire off. That makes sense. That's the stage to go to wherever. This is the fairing staging stage, and while it's doing that, I might as well throw this fairing into the mix. Oh no, that one I'm going to keep. Oh no, now I do have to stage it. That one goes up there. Oh no. Ah! That one goes here. There we go. So now the staging makes some sense, but I do not have the delta V. I hope I have the thrust. Yeah, I got the... Oh, I might not have the thrust. I got enough thrust. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, this is going to be the core of Minmus Station. It's all in here. Just need to get it into orbit. It's not quite there yet. What I think I shall do is get another pair of radial boosters. Why am I all of a sudden... There we go. Or radial... separate... Like radial stage separator thingies. But I don't need boosters as big as these, but maybe just to give it a little bit more. Oh, there isn't one on that side. Okay, we'll just build the whole one on this side, and then we'll double it up. And probably just a pair of the Reliance on the bottom. Doesn't need a lot more delta V. Nose cones. Okay. Double that up. Oh, it's being goofy. Ah, shoot. I didn't notice it till just now. Okay, let's undo. There we go. Try it again. All right, that's looking a little bit more sensible, and I gotta now just make sense of. We'll make all the engines go all off at the same time, and probably the bigger one should stage first. And I think. Oh wait, I'm in here. I think it is very confused. Oh, I got to put some asparagus staging. If these guys go first, no wait, the big ones are going to go first. You always want to stage your big stuff first. That's the. You want to get rid of heavy stuff before you get rid of light stuff. And then tubes in there to feed the core. Now we got the delta V we need. We'll have all the engines going up at the same time. The only thing I don't like, and let's see if I can fix this here, just to turn it that way. Okay, we'll put some separatrons. The reason why I wanted to turn it this way is because part of it's aesthetics, but it's going to go towards the east, and I just want... I like that horizontal aesthetic. I don't know. Just me. Okay, a couple of these. Just get rid of these tools here for a second. This is just to push these boosters away. Move them inwards. Down a bit. Should be alright. Hope so anyway. And again, does not need a lot of fuel. Probably doesn't need a lot of thrust either, because these are smaller boosters, and some struts to stiffen the whole thing up. A pair of struts from here to there. I should definitely save this booster. This might be a nice intermediate weight booster for me. Because I just took the one that I had and just kind of oomphed it up just a little bit. Let's put some these guys on here. Those obviously need to go there. I think it should be good. We can even take some of the fuel, I think, out of the core, make it just a little lighter. Is there fuel up here? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. No need to go crazy. Well, even leave it. Even the aesthetics I don't want. Okay, let's look at thrust to weight ratios. So up at the top here, 1.2. Really? That's this guy at full is only 1.2? Okay. Should be okay. That should be okay. 2.3 and 1.8. So we'll lower this one down, these ones down a little bit. They're a little bit on the high side, I think. I like it. They're 2.11, 2.11. That should be good. And then we'll put this to sea level. I would like this thrust to weight ratio to be in around 1.33. I always say around 1.33, and then I get very, very meticulous about making it exactly 1.33. Exactly 1.33. So, I'm inclined to go for it. And again, this part that I'm doing right here is only a test, unless it works, in which case it's for real. Alright, let's save. Oh wait, there's nobody aboard, right? Good. Nobody should be aboard this thing. Oh, action groups. I should take a look at action groups. For this right here. I want that. 0. I want that to open up. I want these communitrons to deploy. I'll put that on 9. Toggle antennas. Toggle service bay. Okay, close that. Also on 9. Where were those solar panels I put on here? Where did I hide them? Oh, they're here. Toggle the solar panels. Lights should all be attached already to the light group. I'm going for it. Let's do it! Alright, we are going to, let's turn off all those communication lines. That's ridiculous. Okay, and we are going to Minmus. So set Minmus as a target. Center on here. Again, I want to launch at Minmus's. It's looking like I'm coming towards its descending node unless I am already past it. No, I'm very close to it. Okay. You know what? We'll go all the way around to the other side. That way we have a day launch. I want to launch during the day. Okay, so let's time warp this around. So we're going to launch right at the ascending node from Minmus's orbit. So we'll be launching to the north about 6 degrees. Let's pause that for a second. Make sure everything's still kind of lined up. There we go. Get that right in the middle. And hopefully this thing won't explode. So Z. Staging, I hope, is all okay. All right, let's do it. Well, step 1's good. Oh, I am upside down. Okay. The whole nav falls upside down. All right, that needs to be fixed. Okay, let's just... Oh my gosh. Okay. Whole assembly building. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's because of everything I flipped upside down. Can I make... If I make this the root part, that's upside down. I can see hex is spelt right. I think it's because I had this cupola module upside down, and because that... And, yeah. That was the root part, so I think that's why the whole thing was upside down. I obviously don't want it to go up upside down. Let's see if that makes it right side up. Contract fine print. There is a necessity. Okay, I'm right side up. That is a good sign. In the fine print in the contract, it says that I need 4,000 units of liquid fuel. So this will not satisfy the contract. But one thing at a time. That's my motto. Oh, come on. Just turn that all off. There. Set that as a target. Let's try this again. Going right through the moon. Okay, let's just make sure again of everything being lined up. Why is that not set as a target? There we go. All right. Now I noticed it did kind of skew off to one side. Is there anything wacky happening with these thrust to weight ratios on the bottom that they didn't all... No, they seem to be together. Okay. Might have been just because it was upside down. I don't know. Seemed kind of weird that it went to the side. Let's do it. Okay. Alright, so, okay. Much, much better start. Okay, let's start our gravity turn here, and we want to go towards the north just a little bit. So I would love this heading to be about 83 degrees. And that will help me get the inclination right. That seems pretty good. And yeah, we're going still in a general upwards direction. So I'm just going to ride the prograde vector. It's a little, maybe a little steep, but I don't worry about that as much as I used to. Okay. About to lose the big liquid fuel boosters on the side here. Okay, and there. Nice, okay. Alright, alright. It won't be long until we're at our 80-kilometer apoapsis here. We're not going to lose these boosters first, so we'll be losing those side ones in space. There we go. Okay, and again, I want to know. See, so this staging is wrong. This needs to go not that way. Yes, so that will stage the fairings, and the nose cone will go. Yes, okay. Get that in the right order. Hello, Argentina. Okay, let's do the fairings right now then. You know, I never test. There we go. Some of them were on. Oh, I love that one. Came off great. I had though. I didn't never change the other ones to the clamshell deploy. But look at them drift away. That's why I like clamshell deploy so much. Okay, where are we? So, oh, I need to get into here. I need to look at that, and I want to put this on advanced so I can keep an eye on my inclination. So I can watch both my apoapsis, periapsis, and inclination. I guess that's not both. That's three things, but I think you knew what I meant. Because I want this inclination to be 6 degrees. Okay, how far are we? Okay, let's start burning here. Okay, that's 6 degrees, so we'll just come right under the 84 degree heading. And I need more thrust. Actually, let's lock on prograde. Let's come back to here. Oh, I don't have. I lost those. Ah, that's what happens when you're in that other view. Okay, now I need back to this. Need to come up a bit. I was looking too much at inclination and stop looking at other things. I'm tilting up because I'm past my apoapsis, which I don't like. Let's see if we can get that. There. 1 second. Okay, I'm starting to move the apoapsis away from me again. Because when you're past your apoapsis, you're starting to go down. I don't want to go down. Okay, I think I'm good now. I think we're good now. Let's start reducing this. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, and we'll just get it so it's a circle. That's pretty darn close. Okay, so let's ditch that booster. And now we're on this. We'll put some lights on. We will open up things. And we will Well, I guess there we go. Okay. Nicey nice. All right, let's get this thing to Minmus. Oh, oh no, it's okay. I was thinking I should have put more lights on it, but it's a little too late now. That's clearly too much. Dial that back. About 920 meters per second to get to Minmus. Okay. Focus our view here. And again, I'm going for a polar orbit. What's that? So what I'm going to do right now is just hit, well, I might not hit Minmus. No, it doesn't look like I'm going to hit Minmus. That's okay. But, oops, it's a little too far. Let's dial it back a bit. I want to kind of, there, oh, that's looking all right. Again, I'm going for polar orbit as best as I can. And what's that at? 39. So we'll have to do a little bit. I want this to be 50. And I figure a polar orbit, the reason why I'm going for a polar orbit is because this will be a station. We'll attach a lander to it. And it will be a place from which to launch missions to Minmus. And being in a polar orbit gives you access to all the different biomes. So that's why. But all of that will have to be for some future thing. This is just sort of getting the pieces in place, as it were. And that thing's at full thrust. It is 2 minutes and 15-second burn. It was a test. If it didn't work, and as soon as it worked, it's the real thing. Except from this point on, now I'm committed. Things that go wrong at this point, I'm not going to revert. But always with the launches, it's I want to make sure that part gets out of the way. Oh, I know something I meant to do. I meant to put a really lame probe on top of this to send it back to satisfy the parts of the there was a contract to get to Minmus and return. So I was going to put a really lame little probe whose only job was to come back. So I'm going to send another module with fuel all in it still. So I can't forget that that module still has needs to have that little thing on there. Do. Okay. And just to get this doesn't need to be disable the staging, so it's not in the staging diagram anymore. And I think what I'll do, I mean, it takes about 7 days, 7-8 days, something like that, to get out to Minmus. I could, while it's going out there, build something else, but I think I've spent enough time in the VAB for now. So we're going to see this all the way to Minmus and its insertion, and then we'll see what time is left. And then we'll get into seeing about building the fuel module that will latch onto this. Okay, I got to get out, watch this from Minmus's point of view. Go really slow at this point because it comes up quick. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. There we go. Okay. Happy, happy? I think so. Okay, so this thing's on its way to Minmus, so I'm going to just see. I mean, I'll try to see about a correction burn out here. This correction burn really needs to be next to nothing. And I'm debating whether it's even necessary at all. No, I'm going to wait until I'm actually in Minmus's SOI to tweak this. So, yeah, let's get out there. Let's get ourselves to Minmus. So, okay, click on you, go back. Warp to here. There we go. Bye, Bot Kerbin. Hello, Minmus. I see you coming. Okay, are we in SOI yet? Not quite. Having a polar orbit does necessitate thinking about things like your insertions a little bit once you start sending Kerbals out here, but honestly, it probably shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so I'm going to turn the thrust way down on this rocket engine here, because this is just going to be some fine tweaking. So I want to put it on the radially out vector. That pushes it outwards. You could also point prograde to increase this, but then that increases your speed, which increases the cost of your capture. So at this point, going radial is a better plan. So we want this to be about 50. Getting entirely too picky, but I don't care. There. Okay, and my inclination is 88 degrees. I have no idea which way I need to go. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll deal with the inclination on the capture. I think that'll just be easier. Might not be the most cost-efficient thing to do, but it'll be the easiest. And the inclination, I'm only 2 degrees off of 90. And it's only my my own nature that necessitates that I put it right on 90. Okay. Let's get the capture here. Whoops. And what really helps is, if I take a look at this, this is my predicted orbit. So I actually I can just look down here, get my apoapsis down to about 50. You can see my periapsis is moving, so that means I'm not quite on the periapsis of, there, that looks better. There, that's pretty darn close. And then I can also, my predicted inclination is 88 degrees, but if I do a little bit of normal adjustments, I definitely need more normal adjustment. There we go. 90.0 on inclination, and I need to have a little more on the retrograde end. There we go. I'll probably not be able to burn it this accurately, but, you know, that should take care of it if I can do all that. So we got 166 meter per second burn. The solar panels look like they are edge on to the sun. That's never a good plan. So before we time warp, let's fix that up. Let's get to that burn. All right. Nice. Okay, put that on retrograde. Where's Minmus? Lost. Oh, it's above us. And I don't want it to... Oh, we're coming right underneath the South Pole. I can tell how the nav ball's moving around. So I want to get right on here. It's not quite retrograde because we're also dealing with the inclination piece of it. But one thing at a time. Alright, 9 seconds to the burn. 3, 2, 1, and go. And in this way, you're dealing with the inclination change and the capture at the same time. Sometimes combining burns like this is the cheaper way to go. Sometimes it's not. Minmus is pretty forgiving, so I suspect it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other in this case. Okay, I gotta slow down. And I'm watching my apoapsis. Okay, that's pretty good. What is my inclination like? 90.0! That makes me happy. Okay, we'll just rotate this for the solar panels. Still have some fuel left over. And as I'm bringing up a... Just tilt this up a bit. As I'm bringing up a fuel barge next, I might as well leave this attached for now, and then we can maybe transfer some of it over. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Where's our orbit here? Here's our orbit. I got this contract as well. This will be a future episode. To put satellites, a satellite into this, but I'm going to use it as an excuse to put a relay network around here. But one thing at a time. I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing I'm not happy with is this says it's a ship. Of course, you are not a ship. You are a station. Rename vessel, Minmus station. You are a station. There we go. Okay. Much better. All right. Let's get back to the VAB. See if we can whip ourselves together a fuel module for this. Alright, I'm going to save this booster right now because I might be using it again. Or it gets carried away. So I like to save all my boosters because it saves me build time. The booster is, I'm going to make this decoupler here the root part. We're going to take Minmus station, we're going to throw it away so it's just the booster there now. And then to get an idea of how much payload it can lift, I'm going to take a large, big fuel can, stick that on there, and see what happens to the delta V. Delta V is about 20, it's 2,580. Oh, wait, am I in? Sorry, I put it in vacuum. 3,021. So now we start taking mass away until we're in around 3,600 meters per second. 3,650 sounds good. And then what I can do is make that. The root part, we'll take the booster away and take a look at our little engineering report here, and it tells us that that's 11.4 tons. So we can go to here, drop this into the sub-assembly zone. We shall call this, I had one that was similar to it. What's on the, I always call it by what the engines are. Oh dear, dear, dear. What are these? Oh, here, I can look. This is a Reliant. And these are Bobcats. So this is the Reliant. The core, oops, cap lock's on. Reliant. Am I spelling Reliant right? Yeah, I hope so. 1-R for radial, Then there's the Bobcats, and there's 2 of them. And then there's more Reliants, and there's 2 of those. So this is the Reliant 1-RB2R2. And it can lift 11.4 tons to... So payload to LKO of 11.4 tons. So that's available for the future. Just wanted to do that quickly. Okay, let's start new. Don't save. And this is going to be our fuel modules. So we're going to start with just a Hex Pro body because it's the best one that I got. And yeah, this thing's going to have to... Let's make the payload for it first. So what we'll do, we'll put on a docking port. And then another docking port. And then we're going to put on some structural bits here. One of these. One of these. And this is going to have to be, I mean, 4,000 units of fuel is ridiculous. This thing here is 1,440 units of fuel. So what I'm going to have to do... That's my biggest fuel can, by the way, right now. The Rockomax X232. And I think it's my biggest one. Yes. Now it's organized by mass. I believe I need 3 of them. Right? Do I have to get out a calculator? So it's 1,440 units of liquid fuel. Sorry, I am digging deep. Getting out my phone. Getting out the calculator. So 1,440 times 2 minus 4,000. So if I put 1,120 into this one, that's good enough there. 1,152. So that meets the requirement that for fuel. That's just stupid. Why don't they do it? I don't mind the idea. I just think it should be less. Like, this is so much fuel. Now, technically, I don't have to bring the oxidizer with me because it's not a part of the contract, but I'm not quite sure what use oxidizer is without fuel, or fuel is without oxidizer, or at least not until you start getting nuclear engines and stuff. Put another docking port on the end here. Oh my golly. And also we should just turn off, because while we're on our way there, we shouldn't be using any of this fuel. The one good thing about all this is I suppose this can be, if I can get it to work, will also be a fuel barge. How am I doing for reaction wheels? I'm just thinking about that. This thing is gonna be a beast. How can I sneak in some reaction wheels here? Let's take that out. It's just moving it around. Oh my gosh, an RCS too. Oh, what am I in for? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Alright, did I turn off all these fuel cans? Yes, I did. So, what we need to do, and this is going to have to be, let's face it, this is going to have to be big. Let's stick, just to get a rough idea. And I do have the Poodle engine. Put that on vacuum. Oh, it is on vacuum. That's disappointing. So it needs to be more than that. Oh my gosh, how am I going to get this thing up there? More than that. Okay, that's about what we need. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Okay, we'll put on some solar panels, put on some communications, and then we'll think about how on earth is this supposed to get the job, get it done. Okay, batteries. Shouldn't put them like this. There we go. And some struts, because this is clearly a wonky connection here. Yeah, docking this is going to be... I haven't even thought about RCS yet. Oh my golly. But one thing at a time. Still good as far as that goes. Is this thing going to be... I think so. So what we're going to do... Oh, I still don't have 2.5 meter... Blah! I need the 2.5 meter... Okay, let's save this. This is a Minmus fuel module. I really could use those 2.5 meter fairings. Am I anywhere near them? Where are they? Hiding in here somewhere. They have to be. There they are. You need 160 unit, 160 science. Okay, we'll try and do without them. Contemplating the idea of doing a mini mission, but oh my gosh. It's these gaps when we're going through. Okay, we're just gonna force this. We're just gonna force this and be nasty. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be nasty. Okay, 1.85 meter fairing. No, don't care about that right yet. Make you there. Take you away. Turn on the interstage nodes. Flip you upside down. Make this back to the root part again. Do I have at least a big 1.875 meter nose cone? Oh, I have 2.5 meter nose cones, but I don't have the... Of course not. That's a good one. Build the fairing. You know, I should just not stage this fairing. I think that would look better. Take this fairing. Don't stage it. And then a Sepratron in there. And again, this is just a detached... This is a trick just for a detachable nose cone. That's all this is about. Oh, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I haven't even thought about how I'm going to lift this yet. But what I think I'm in a pattern of avoidance. That's what I'm doing here. Okay. Stage that docking port there. So that's okay. I've done something that feels productive. Okay. How much thrust to weight is there on the bottom of that? That's fine. 0.3. Okay. I think I'm gonna just deal with these stupid gaps and just kind of push past them. Is what the plan's gonna be with those dumb gaps. I think I'm just gonna do this. So, how much mass are we talking about here? 81 tons. A measly 81 tons of mass. This, I'm gonna have to upgrade the launch pad. I absolutely 100% are gonna have to upgrade the launch pad because I haven't even gotten to the booster yet. I might be biting off more than I can chew with the tech I have so far. We'll try. We're gonna try. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Now I'm not building this any taller because that would be ridiculous. But what I'm gonna do is get these radial decouplers. I'm gonna stick them on here. We're gonna asparagus the heck out of this. And we're gonna get our big fuel, the biggest fuel cans again that we have. And we're gonna take the biggest engine that we have, which is the skipper. Put our biggest nose cones that we have. And I don't know, maybe like 6 of these boosters might do it if we strap them all together. That is not nearly enough thrust. Am I still in vacuum? I'm over mass, I know that. I'll deal with that later. I think I have the money to upgrade. Oh yeah, I got a lot of money. But way too much. Okay, so what I need to do is severely knock this back. Because the thrust, 0.83. .17, that'll do. It ain't great. One thing at a time. Okay. How many of these can we get around? I'm dubious. I am dubious. Yes, this is definitely a more booster situation. We'll do that. Take these off. Put all 4 of these engines at the same. Oh my gosh, this is still asparagus staging. Where's those? .6 thrust to weight ratio is not great. But the delta V is 2736. It's not terrible yet. I don't know if I can squeeze 8 of these around here. That's my issue. Okay, let's try. I don't know. We'll do another pair. There we go. Yep. Then we'll take these and start adding more fuel until we get the delta V. Oh wait, is that the... No, that's not the right one. These ones have to get bigger. And we'll stay... Oh wait, I gotta fix the staging too. The staging's all messed up. Okay, let's fix it. All these engines are gonna be needed, and then we're gonna do these ones first. I hope that's right. Yep. And then these ones. 3768 thrust to weight ratio. Or not thrust, I mean delta V. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be ugly as sin. I can tell you that. This ain't gonna be pretty. I could get the poodle involved, though that might just be stupid. I think it is. Oh no, that's counting the poodle that's at the top. Oh, shoot. That's counting this one. That's just for getting to Minmus. I can't count you. 20. I don't think this is... Okay, we'll go with 8. I really think I'm begging for an explosion, though, putting all these this close together. Okay, and there's now 8 of them. Oh my golly. Am I staging these in the right order? There's no way this will explode. Still nowhere near enough. Wait, I can add... Thrust away to the bottom's okay. Not really, no. Not really. Okay, put more fuel on this one. I don't think this is gonna work. I mean, guess what I could do is just build... I think that's what I need to do. This isn't gonna work. I just don't have the engines yet. This is my biggest engine, the skipper engine. I don't have the size of tanks. No, what I'm gonna do, I think what this needs to do, is, stem this thing up in, boom, empty. I think is what I need to do. We're going to send this up empty. And then what we'll do, and I won't subject you to this, I'll do this in the interim, is I will send up a whole lot, like just a series of fuel barges, whatever it is that I can lift. Now this is going to dramatically reduce this mass, so I can probably get away with thrust that up. Yeah, see, I don't need all this fuel now. This will help in so many different ways. Go back to this. Okay, we're still good for time. But that will make this not nearly as big a thing. We'll send this up empty, and then in the interim, I'll build some fuel barges that will just connect to this, and then when it oh wait, no, it'll be full when it flies to Minmus. You're right. Thank you, John. That was a mistake. So I need to put this back on, this back on. So this will go up full. I mean, I could send these pieces up empty too, but I should be able to at least do this bit. I think that's the way it was, wasn't it? With this one and this one. I could fill it at Minmus too. That's a good point. Well, then again, you know what? I don't know if there's really a cost saving in filling it at Minmus. I really don't, because one way or another, you just got to haul that mass to Minmus. It's the getting it off a Kerbin's surface that's the issue, and that's just an issue of just not having powerful enough rockets. Okay, so let's do this. We can get this up. This should be much, much easier. Well, much easier. I mean, what's our mass now at? Mass is now 36 tons. I'm sure I've never gotten... But that's at least doable. I mean, I've done 20.9 tons. This should be doable. If I had, like, the main sails and those Bohr liquid fuel motors, that would work. This'll work. Gonna go with the same plan. Same plan. It's just now it won't need to be insane. Is that a vacuum? Yes. So now that's a 1.69 meter per second delta V. That is completely reasonable. Let's put on some of those big nose cones. I mean, just for this first stage, of course. And in fact, if anything, I might be able to scale this down. That sounds shocking, given what I was just going through, but I think I can scale this down. That is... Those are 1.2... No, wait. These are the 1.25s. These are the tanks I'm thinking about. Are those really my biggest 1.875 meter tanks? Getting my sizes mixed up. But I might be able to scale this down to Bobcats. Yeah. Right, the Bobcats are... Yes. Here, I'll show what I mean. Because if I make just the top stage lighter, this will make the my life just easier. Bobcats. 597 in a vacuum, but a huge thrust to weight ratio, so we can add on more tanks. That's nice, and these are the 1 points there. There. Just gonna do some. Oh, that's the wrong one. These are the ones I'm talking about. That's nice for an upper stage. Thrust to weight's even higher than it needs to be. Let's put on... In fact, I don't even need these big. I can get away with these. With the smaller ones. Do 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 do. That is so much more reasonable. Okay. And again, Separatrons. I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't get that big guy up, but it just wasn't in the cards. It wasn't going to happen. One day, we'll be able to lift payloads that big, but not today. Okay, where are these guys in the staging? They're there. They don't need to be there. They want to be here. Okay. All right, so that is stage, whoa, struts. Struts. All right. And now I should be able to do some nice, big-ish, big as I can do. Oh, I just realized I have these nice tanks. Someday. Next time. These, I love these ones. These are nice. And they got the set, but I could have probably put those on the side instead of these, but I'm now committed. Main sails on the bottom of those. A bit of asparagus staging between here and here. Those are all good. Just fix the staging up so I can see if I'm in the right ballpark at least. 2973 delta V, but not a lot of thrust. I'm still gonna need to. Wow, that's all of these engines. That's all of those engines. I think I might need to put bigger engines on those too. Yeah, you know what? Live with your choices. Live with your choices. Here, we'll go radially. Live with your choices. That's what this is about. Just realize that's kind of hanging around. Oh wait, this should be on here. Might have been a mistake going with the Bobcats. I might have wanted to have that extra thrust, but we're going to live with the choices that we've made thus far. Is that right? Yep. Okay, and we need these ones to be really big. That was really just about getting more engines on here. Now we're getting into the right ballpark for Delta V and right ballpark for thrusts. I think we might have something here. I think we are on the verge. Oh, I'm still too heavy. I'm still gonna have to upgrade the launch pad, but I think I have something. I have something that I think is gonna work for me. Let's get some Separatrons in there. I'm a little concerned with tallness, wobbliness, and attitude control. One thing at a time. Okay, and one more set of Separatrons way up here someplace. These ones might actually need more than just this, but maybe if I just put the ones and then not turn the thrust down. These are my biggest boosters yet. Yeah, I think the actual fuel modules will be... But yeah, will have to be for the future. But really, just take, yeah, like you're suggesting there, just take the biggest, is that pointing the right? No, definitely not. Shoot. Take the biggest lifter that you got and just, darn it. That's got it. You know, I'm sorry, but for the fuel module, yeah, just take the biggest lifter that you got and send it up there. That should do the trick. I think when I was moving this thing, I was actually, there, that should do it. All right. That's going to be a problem for the future. Oh my gosh, is this thing going to fly? I don't want to put more reaction wheels that are already on it, but what I might just do, because I am very much concerned with attitude control on this ridiculous thing. So I'll put some control fins down here. Turn down their attitude. Ah, this thing is scaring me. It is scaring me, but okay. Let's check staging. So boomity boomity boom, that's all good. Then those two go. Oh, I got the Separatrons all in bad spots. Where are these Separatrons? Those go there, and then those go, and those Separatrons. That's sensible, and then that goes. Okay, that's all sensible. That's all sensible. Lots of Delta V, but I think this thing will need it because it's going to be... It's not the most aerodynamically sound thing I think I've ever built. That is for sure. This will be staged at some point. Maybe around here somewhere. Oh, what an ugly, ugly thing you are. Is there a way we can make you look prettier? All orange here on the bottom. What's the black one look like? What is that? It's like bricks. It's like a house built of bricks. Let's... Okay, here. I'm getting entirely too picky. I'm probably going to mess this up just because I want to play. What if we make this one dark too? Sure, why not? So are these tanks, they can be these bricks? I'm gonna make these all these brick color for the... I've never noticed that before, these, like, just very weird. Sure, there. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go with this. Let's adjust thrust to weight ratios, and then we'll try and see what happens when we try and put this thing in the air. Why do I have, like, no... Oh, that's just for the nose cone. That makes perfect sense. Sorry. Thrust to weight ratios. 2.05 seems to be fine. 0.7 is awful low. Oh, wait, that's for the... That's for the poodle. That's cool. This is the one I'm looking at. 0.34 should be good. Okay. Let's put this on sea level. Oh, unable to launch too heavy. I didn't mean to launch you. Did I push the launch button? I meant to probably push the save button. Let's just adjust these guys. There we go. All right, we're gonna go with this. I gotta leave. I gotta upgrade the launch pad. Thankfully, I got the money for that. Back to here. So clearly, the biggest thing we have launched yet. And we're gonna need to put this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be nerve-wracking. And then in the interim between now and next week, I'll fuel it up. That's if we can get this thing into orbit. And that will take a few launches probably of some... Oh, I didn't put any launch clamps on it. Should I worry about that? Well, it's the way it is right now. Let's not worry about it. Again, eventually this thing is going to go to Minmus, so I do want to... Even though I'm not going to Minmus this moment, I do want to put it into a parking orbit. That means I am going to Minmus. On the light side. Want to do a parking orbit that's in the plane of Minmus. Is she going to go? That is the question. That is absolutely the question. It will do something. It will go somewhere. Again, we're launching towards the north. Gosh, I shouldn't be so picky. If it just goes up, I should be happy. We're going to want to go pretty steeply. Am I still time warping? Why? I have no probe control. Why don't I have probe control? There's, a thingy. It's got no electric charge. Where's all my electric charge? What the heck happened with that? Okay, just wait. Let's revert to the VAP. Revert flight. Vehicle assembly building. Why did it... Oh, probably while I was time warping it... What? Oh, that's what the launch clamp... No launch clamps. The launch clamps do something. I think the launch clamps keep you connected to... I think that's what that was about. The launch caps keep the umbilicals connected to the rest of the KSC so that it is keeping everything powered up. And while I was time warping, I'm still surprised in stock I used up that amount of electricity in that short a time, but let's try this again. No launch clamps. I thought I could get away with it, but I couldn't. Okay, we're going to do this again. This time we're going to do it faster. The Separatrons might be weak for the bigger booster, I agree. Javier is saying that, especially that really big one, only has one Sepratron on it each. That might be weak. We are going to find out. All right, let's do this. So there, there, and again, steep trajectory going to the north. Let's do this. So I'm going to let it get to about 100 meters per second. So first step, first stage, it's going up. It's going up. It didn't explode. It's not spinning out of control. So everything's going so far so good. I do want to go to get about 100 meters per second before I start pitching this over, because I'm going to come over steeply. Let's knock it over. Oh my gosh, this is... I'm honestly a little bit stunned. I knocked that over. I thought it was going to be a wobbly, jobbly mess. There's a lot of struts. What actually is good about the struts is they're all connecting across different weak points. So it might actually... This is stiffer than I would have guessed it would have been. I am surprised, but pleasantly surprised. Again, want that heading to be about 83 degrees. I'm going too far north. Going up very steeply. But it has a lot of delta V. The other reason, too, for the steepness of the launch is the lack of decent... Well, like, these gaps mess up the aerodynamics. And one solution to dealing with bad aerodynamics is just simply to get out of the atmosphere as quick as you can. Oh, there we go. Hey, those Sepratrons worked. They worked. Still fiddling with the heading. Maybe doing a little too much fiddling. Okay, we are coming up to 80 kilometers on the apoapsis. Oh, that just locked at the prograde. You know what? I'm at 90 kilometers on the apoapsis. Heck with it. I'm pleasantly surprised. That's what we shall call it. Pleasantly surprised. Oh, my inclination is 5.9 degrees. I can't complain about that. All right, where is this? What is the fairing separation stage? It is this guy. Oh, and I didn't... This fairing won't stage. Hopefully that will be okay. Well, let's find out. So, off goes the nose cone. There it goes. Well, that could have used a little bit more energy. Oh my gosh, this thing has way more delta V than... any right does. Still has these radial... These guys here haven't even used the fuel in these cans yet. These are still full here. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to come down. There it goes. Oh, it is under torqued. Right on 84. This is going to still need a lot of burning because I got a lot of velocity still to add because it was so steep. Let's start going now. Keep an eye on my inclination. Inclination is 6.0, so I'm just going to keep it right at a heading of 84 degrees. What an ugly, ugly thing you are. But you worked. You worked with then some. What's those? Let's lock you on prograde. Again, started that burn a little late. So I'm almost at my apoapsis. I want to keep that apoapsis away from me. I don't want to start going down. Oh, look at that. Now it's kind of wonky when I do that. Oh, love to read the chat, but I'm really concentrating right now. There we go. Come on. There. That should be good. It's just getting too close to the apoapsis. Now it's getting alright. You know what? It's not going to have more fuel than it needs. Because an ugly, ugly ascent. Almost done these stages. Felt like I had like way, way overbuilt it, but I definitely did not because I did such a terrible ascent. But, oh, I just realized all those air fins are going to look weird. Those tail fins are going to look weird on their way to Minmus. And for whatever reason, I went 90 by 90 instead of 80 by usual 80 by 80. There we go. Yeah, I'm suitably pleased, and in fact, we have a little bit of fuel left. So you know, I'm taking it. There's not a lot, but I'm taking it. Take these guys, take these guys, take these guys, take these guys. And in. Might as well. It's not a lot, but it's mine. Okay, and then we can stage these final guys there. There they go. Should have realized this was going to be in space and position those better. I do have solar panels. Let's extend them. I never did get around to putting them on action groups, so let's just extend everything here. Extend that antenna. Those might be the worst placed solar panels ever. As in, I put them in a gully. They are like guaranteed, whoops, to be occluded by its, like not guaranteed, but that was not well thought to put them there. So, gonna go this way. No, that's making it worse. This way, that way. Let's get some exposure on these. That is stupid. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't thinking too much on that. But, this thing is in orbit. Oh, I'm still locked to prograde here. Just a second. There we go. This thing is in orbit. It works. These are full. It needs all that fuel to get to Minmus. Once these are filled up, I'm going to be sending up a few fuel barges just to fill this up. I won't subject you to that because it will be a few very mundane and identical launches. But next week, we'll pick up with this thing full. We'll get it to Minmus, get that station going. Hopefully send some Kerbals and a lander over there. But in the meantime, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much. Very, very happy with the turnout. And I hope to see you all again next week. See you, everybody.